Okay, so let's bring in Jim Daly from Focus on the Family to talk about that, and Republican Senator from Nebraska, Ben Sasse, who offered up a measure on the Senate floor designed to protect infants born alive after botched abortions, but it was blocked by Democrats. Welcome to you both. Great to have you with us.
Good to be here.
And Senator, you wrote an op-ed piece today outlining this, and you say this really should not be a partisan issue. This should be something that all Americans can agree upon.
Yeah, there's hardly a more basic truth in life than the fact that a little baby who survives a botched abortion and she's on that table fighting for life, she has dignity, she's an image bearer, she has worth, and she has rights, and we have a moral obligation to provide the same care to that baby that we would to any other baby that had been born.
All right, this is what Senator Patty Murray, Democrat, who blocked this measure from moving forward. Here's what she said about the bill.
We have laws against infanticide in this country. This is a gross misinterpretation of the actual language of the bill that is being asked to be considered, and therefore I object.
Okay, so she's saying this is already illegal, and your bill was about something else.
Yeah, I am pro-life. This bill, though, is really just about protecting those babies that survive an abortion. And the argument that Senator Murray from Washington appears to be making is that because no one is proactively taking a pillow and putting it over the baby's face as she's cold and alone on that table and smothering her to death, then there's no problem here, because she says there's no one actively doing the killing. Well, there's a phenomenon called backing away, where the doctors just get out of the situation and leave the baby to die by exposure. You don't do that to a 6-month-old baby. You don't do that to a 12-month-old baby. They also couldn't survive without care. These babies have rights, and we should be caring for them.
Yeah, Jim, this is a really, for a lot of people, it's an uncomfortable conversation. They don't want to talk about the realities of the facts of what's before them in some of these cases. I mean, it's terrible. No one wants to think about these situations. And I want to read a piece from the New Jersey Star-Ledger from the editorial board. The headline is "The Truth About Late-Term Abortion." They say this: "There's no such thing as abortion moments before birth. Doctors do not deliver babies and then kill them." Well, I did cover Kermit Gosnell, so unless we're talking about him. The central conceit behind that claim is that women will seek out late-term abortions for cavalier reasons, and doctors will perform them with the indulgence of craven politicians. They say that when you talk about this, it's just a scare tactic. This is not something that's really happening.
No, it's happening, and people need to realize that. I think even the governor, in his description that he gave us on that radio show, it's interesting, they never complete the statement. They say that baby will be born, and if it's not viable or if it has a severe handicap, it'll be kept comfortable, and then the woman can talk to the doctor. And that's where they end the conversation. What are they going to talk about? They're going to talk about ending that baby's life. And that needs to be said, but unfortunately those on the other side who believe in a pro-choice position, they won't disclose that to people, and that's what we're talking about. And I'm so proud of Senator Sasse and the other pro-life senators that are saying enough is enough. This is too far.
It's interesting to me that PolitiFact rated as false the claim that a baby could actually be aborted a minute before it was born in New York under this new law. Now, they went through an interesting discussion talking to an OBGYN saying, well, there would be hours of labor, the baby would be crowning, so technically not the minute before, but the day before, the week before.
Yeah, these are silly discussions when people are trying to equivocate about those kinds of arguments. The reality is what New York did was try to strip protections for babies right up until the moment of birth. And then they went out and they said, let's celebrate this and light up the World Trade Center in pink lights. Think about what pink has symbolized. This has been about breast cancer survivors. That's what the color pink has meant. And these are tough, gritty women, and they did something, they persevered, they succeeded. This is a celebration of life, and now people are trying to pervert that imagery and turn it to something that is used to celebrate death. It's wrong, and the American people happily know that it's wrong. The pro-life movement is pro-compassion, it's pro-baby, it's pro-mom, and it's pro-science, and happily the American people are getting this more and more.
I mean, Jim, is that your sense? I'll give you the final word here.
Yeah, Shannon, I appreciate that. Latest polling shows that about 80% of Americans do not support late-term abortion. Even amongst those who support a pro-choice position, about 70% of them do not support late-term abortion. So the Democrats, they can go this way, but it is not what the American people want. And I think for us, we're going to say no, it stops now, and we're going to do all we can to help get that message out.
All right, Jim, Senator Sasse, we know your measure blocked in the Senate, 4 times a similar measure blocked in the House, but the conversation continues. Thank you both for being here.
Appreciate it.